What's up, guys? It's Talton Roberson, and today I'm going to be going over everything that you need to know about the buy box. So, for those that are new to the channel, my name is Talton Roberson. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller, and it's my goal to help you master the art of selling on Amazon. So this video is all about the Amazon buy box. So if you're in the right place, go ahead and hit that like button for the YouTube algorithm because I'm about to answer all the questions that you need to know about the buy box, such as what is the buy box, or how do I get the buy box, or what is buy box suppressed mean, or just how does the buy box work in general. So first question is, what is the buy box? So I'm on Amazon right now, and if we look at this listing, this is Crushing It by Gary Vee. And so I recently read this book, and that was the only reason why I'm using this as an example. But right here on this listing, you can see this little box right here on the right side. This is called the buy box. And so the buy box is where you can literally click the button to buy, and you can add it to your cart or buy now. And so in most categories where they allow you to sell used items, they have a used buy box and a new buy box. And so in this case, you can buy new for $20 and some change, and we can buy used for $14.82. If we click that, then we can see here we would be buying it used. And so this is the buy box, and not all listings have one, but this one does. So how does the buy box work? The buy box works in mysterious ways. So the buy box is generally the offer that Amazon chooses to be the best offer. Now, in this case, it's always for the customer's benefit. They are primarily customer centric. And so Amazon doesn't really care about the sellers that much. However, they care about their customers a lot. Their customers mean everything to them, and Amazon has built this customer centric model. And so their customer base is their number one priority. And with that being said, they want to keep customers happy. And so when they're deciding on who gets the buy box, there is a number of factors that go in to their algorithm to decide who should actually get the buy box. Some of these factors may include the amount you have in stock, your reviews and your feedback, how good of a seller you are, your metrics, how long have you been selling on the listing, and the list goes on. Normally, the buy box owner is going to be a prime seller or an FBA seller. So how do you actually get the buy box? Well, one of the couple main factors that we take into account when trying to win the buy box is our fulfillment method and the price. These are going to be two of the baselines that's going to measure how effective you are at winning the buy box. But even with a good price and the right fulfillment method, you still may not win the buy box because you are not buy box eligible. So what does buy box eligible actually even mean? Well, when you are first starting to sell on Amazon, you are not eligible at all to sell in the buy box. You have to earn that right. And the way you earn that right is by selling products. So it's a little backwards because 80 to 90% of sales happen at the buy box, and you can't get the buy box because you're a new seller. So how do you capture those other 10 to 20% of sales? Well, my friends, that is how you're going to earn your buy box eligibility. You're going to be selling your items at a lower price. Now, you may not make as much money, but if you are competitive and you are dropping the price just a little bit, not a whole lot, you are more likely to get a sell at that price. Personally, my best recommendation would be to match the buy box. If you match the buy box long enough, eventually you will get the buy box, you will sell items, and it just happens over time. I know what you're all thinking. How do I get the buy box if there is no buy box? Okay, back on Amazon. Now, you say you don't have the option of winning the buy box because there is no buy box. That is understandable. It happens. So Amazon will actually suppress the buy box when they feel that the price is too high or that there are other competitive offers out there on the internet that could be, bought at a cheaper price. Amazon doesn't want to advertise their price because someone else may be pricing it way less. Or just as a general rule, they don't advertise high prices because of their customer centric model. Now, I looked up this book, The Foundations of Mechanical Accuracy. And so this is an example where you do not actually have a buy box. So even on the search page here, this is the book, Foundations of Mechanical Accuracy, and it does not have any price whatsoever. There's no price here. Now, if we actually click on the listing, this is the actual listing. There is no buy box here. Now, it does show you the lowest offer, which is $550. And the only reason I searched this book up because this is one of those holy grail books that I found in my book selling career. So I thought it would be nice to share some insight with you. If you ever see this book, be sure to grab it. This is a huge bolo. They didn't make very many copies, so you would be very lucky to come across this book. So, if we don't have a buy box, how do we actually get one? And so, one of the things about the buy box being suppressed most of the time is because you're priced too high. Now, if we look down here, I have the Keepa chart pulled up. And so, if you don't know what Keepa is one of the best tools when it comes to looking at price history and sales rank. This is the data that you need to be able to make accurate sourcing decisions. You don't need it for everything Amazon related, but it is one of the most invaluable tools that you can have at your disposal. And so, with that being said, if we look at this chart right here, this is the 1 year chart. You can see I got it set for a year. And the black line is the used price. So we can see what the used price has been. And the green line is the sales rank. So anytime these go up and down like that, that's typically when a sale happens. And the pink line is the buy box price. And so if Keepa has been tracking this product, which it has, and the buy box is available, well, the buy box will show up on the Keepa chart. And so we can see that if this seller selling it, new right here, he could possibly get the buy box, but it looks like he'd have to price it differently. And so one of those things might just be that it's no longer selling this high on most platforms. And so it may not take in consideration, but the buy box has been 600. One of the best general rules I like to use when deciding how I can get the buy box is simply by fulfillment method and price. And so the ideal fulfillment method would be FBA. Let Amazon pick, pack, and ship your items and let them handle the customer service if there's any needed. And you just sit back, relax, and watch the sales roll in. Now, as far as the price goes, you should be pricing within 2% of the buy box price if you expect to get any buy box rotation. So, what is buy box rotation? Well, buy box rotation is the percentage that the buy box actually rotates from seller to seller. So, for example, let's say I'm selling a knife set, you're selling a knife set, and maybe 3 other resellers are selling a knife set. It's 5 of us, and all 5 of us are competitive, which means we are all within 2% of the buy box price. Now, the buy box price may be $150. So anything within 2% of that would be acceptable. So anything from $147 to $153. And that would be an acceptable level to try to sell your item. However, I see much more rotation when I actually price match the buy box. It just seems like I will get more share of that. But, in all honesty, as long as you're being competitive and the buy box is actually rotating, then you will get a fair share of sales. If you found this video helpful at all, go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Every subscriber matters, and I really appreciate you guys for following me. And so I'm trying to lead with value. If there's any questions that you have, go ahead, drop the comment below, and I will try to make a video and answer those questions for you guys. I'm excited to see where this goes. With that being said, I'm out. Just remember, the hustle never stops.